Hey guys, welcome to the show. It is Wednesday. I can't believe it's Wednesday. So this week seems to be going very slow, but we've had Champions League previewing Mondays, Tuesdays there, and boy, what a week! And I tell you what, a tough slate. Flash, you weren't joking when you said this is a tough card this weekend.
No, really tough. I mean, it started with the Champions League both nights, and then going into this week, and I've had to completely revert away from what's done me so well so far this year. This is without doubt the hardest card that I've personally seen since the start.
Yeah, I think so as well. Now, for those watching, if you don't know, we have a Football League show. Are you guys going to film it tomorrow? The Football League show?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow
And that's
morning.
with Big Man and Flash there killing it. So do stay tuned for that one. Big Man, how's everything going?
Doing very well, Natalie. I don't know if Russ is having the same problem, but I can't hear Flash. Like he's very muffled in
You
my
can't?
ear. I don't hear. Yeah,
I
I
can
don't
hear-
hear him. So
I can
I
hear
can hear him
Flash.
like faintfully,
Yeah.
like very far away.
Yeah, I can hear Flash.
That's a
I
good
think
thing.
it's in the studio there, and I just got a nod that it will be
But
fixed.
then again, Natalie, that is generally
going.
a good thing.
I
Yeah.
just-
So
I know. I was like, why are you complaining about this? No, I'm
Yeah,
joking.
that's what I thought.
And listen, we must crack on with the show because Russ, I believe you've got a boys' night. Can't keep. Can't.
This takes priority, sir. I'm looking
Oh,
forward to crack through the games.
we feel
yeah, well, we can't
very
tell by all
honoured.
the other missed
Let us
appointments you've
crack
had.
on. Yeah, interesting
sure.
slate. They are tough. There's some draws, though, Flash, I have to say, that I've got outlined. So it'll be interesting to see what you're going for. And Flash actually picked quite a few draws today as well. And certainly looking at it, looking like it. All right, Manchester City versus Everton. Let us crack on. Man City 1.24, draw 7.5, and Everton 15. Those odds with the mighty 10bet. We have a special promo code SBR10bet or SBR10bet UK for new signups. And a big hello to everybody watching as well here. Obviously, Man City lost their match to Chelsea 2-0, fighting for top spot there with Liverpool, just 1 point different. This is a must win, but really these guys are on fire. They should win this, but it's a question of how do we extract more value, because that 1.24 ain't going to make us a lot of money. Flash, start us off here. Are you playing this game?
No, I'm not. No, I'm leaving it. I think it's tough enough as it is, and I'm going to try and look for value without these games. Yes, I expect Man City to win, but I look at the game and think they're not going to score that many goals because there's no Aguero, potentially no Jesus. You don't know who's going to be playing. Picked up a few injuries. David Silva's out. So for me, I was even going to go with Everton +2 and just see if Man City win by the 1 goal. But in the end, I just said, no, leave it.
Really? Oh, interesting. Okay, Big Man, what did you make of the match?
Yeah, I'm going to take Everton +2. I think they're
Oh.
far too good to give 2 goals to. I'd be giving 2 goals to like Watford or something like that. I think 2 goals to Everton is quite gaudy, really. I don't think they're 2 goals worse than City. City, if you're going to catch them, it'd be right now. You get some Champions League stuff and that kind of stuff. So for me, I'm going to take a shot here with Everton. I think if you notice against most of the bigger clubs, Everton's done a nice job. You even remember back to last year with all the trouble they had. I believe early in the season they give Man City quite a good game. I think it ended in a draw. So generally over the last year or two, they played pretty well against City. I'll take a gaudy number. I think Everton's too good to be giving 2 goals to.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right there about playing good against good teams, because against the poor teams, they've had a poor run. 1 win, and that was hosting Cardiff, and all to sort of lower teams where really they, you'd expect a sort of a result out of that. Interesting. Okay, so Everton +2. That was the lines that Flash was thinking. Russ, what are you going for?
Look, after watching Everton against Watford, and obviously looking at Everton's recent form, they've won 1 in 5.
Yeah.
They did impress. They did impress away at Anfield, but I think that was more that I don't think Liverpool played that well. City, Pep will get them right out for this. Obviously, their last Premier League 1-0 loss at Chelsea. They will win this. I'm looking at a 2.6 Man City to win and both teams to score.
Ooh.
Look, Everton were very unlucky against Liverpool. They had a few good chances. Again, away at top teams, they have performed quite well and have scored. Sigurdsson's obviously a danger. Walcott, Tozen, again, they can get on the score sheet. And obviously, as we saw when Man City faced Bournemouth, Bournemouth scored, and again, Bournemouth did have a good run to maybe score another. So, yeah, I think City will win, and I'll take the City and both teams to score at 2.6.
Yeah, and you get a nice price with that as well. I think as well, for me, I think Man City are like gung-ho for this match. Champions League now is wrapped up. They can now focus on the Premier League and really reclaiming their top spot here. I was looking at Man City -2, to be honest, and that's on the Asian handicap flash, 2.05. So obviously if they only win by 2 goals, it's a push. Win by 3 goals, I get my money. I think they're going to come into this match and flex their scoring muscles and really show everyone who's boss. There's sort of a bounce back match here for them. So Man City -2, I do like. Little different there, but let's see. We do have nothing on this one for me. Struggle to find the value, says Jack L. There we go. Okay, Crystal Palace versus Leicester now. Palace 2.68, Leicester 3, and the draw 3.25, 16th and 9th. Leicester a good home and away. Leicester have been a team that I have avoided because of their unreliability. I think I'm ready to get back onto the Leicester train, even though it is away. Crystal Palace are just very poor at home. Big man, have you got a play for this one? Oh, big man, I think you've muted yourself.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing about games like this, I think one way I made money last year was finding and isolating teams that I think are underpriced or kind of in a toss-up game and going with the better team at the better price. I'll agree that I think Leicester's better than Crystal Palace. It's the same trouble per usual with Palace. They can't score enough goals. I've liked Leicester over the last month plus. I think defensively they've looked improved. I know others on this video don't agree, but look, Madison's been proven that he's been a pretty solid player. They're finding ways, and against Crystal Palace, I don't think they're very good, frankly. I'll take 3 and grab it with the better team here.
Yeah, I agree with you as well there. Just one home win, scoring just 4 at home. I was even looking at both teams to score there, but I'm not even sure whether they can score on their turf. Flash, are you playing this one?
Yes, my banker of the week. I just get it out there straight away, and it's both teams scoring over 2.5 goals. I think the biggest thing for me on this game is that both teams will enter the game thinking that they can win. There's been a couple of games where Palace have not scored, but they've had 20 plus chances against Burnley. They ended up winning 2. Then they go to West Ham and they score 2 again. So for me, I couldn't pick a winner. In fact, I actually wrote down this game to be a draw, but I thought the safest way of playing it, especially when I saw the odds, was the Alex Classic at 2.75.
Yeah.
Don't care who wins. I expect goals.
Yeah, well, let's Crystal Palace better step it up a little bit with their four home goals. But all right, both teams scoring over 2.5 goals. Again, if you do, there's a possibility of the draw. They've got Leicester draw no bet, still very good there, 2.07, doubling your money. Russ, what have you got for us for this match?
Now that's the play I'm doing. Leicester draw no bet. Both teams 1 win in 5 in all competitions. You can't pick a winner. Palace, look, obviously they tore all over Burnley, just got the goal at the end. But obviously you look at Burnley, and again they're just a really, really poor team.
Yeah.
Leicester, on the other hand, look, again they played well at Fulham. And big man, you're absolutely right. James Maddison, breath of fresh air, great signing, very good. He's taken the Premier League by storm. Again, he can be a valuable player in front of goal. So yeah, the Leicester draw no bet 2.07. That's the play.
Yeah, I think so as well. Leicester draw no bet there, 2.07. There's enough value for me, but love big man jumping in there with the odds of 3. Very, very nice. Huddersfield versus Newcastle now. This is a tough one. Huddersfield 2.68, draw 3.1, and Newcastle 3.42, 18th and 15th respectively. Now on paper, and I'm going to start with you again, not Flash on this one, you literally cannot split it. Huddersfield 1 win, 2 draws and 5 losses at home. Newcastle 1 win, 4 draws, 2 losses on the road. It's pretty much neck and neck. Is this a good time to go for the draw, or are they just too unreliable that we should just pass this and move on very quickly?
No, again, it's a little bit copy and paste. I've got this about 4 or 5 times tonight on all different games. Both teams are going to go there and expect to win. I think the best value is actually, I'm going to go for the Alex Classic again at 3, because this is a game where, on paper, I think that Huddersfield will probably struggle against the way that Benitez will set up. But I think that Newcastle can actually go and score a couple of goals. But I can't pick the winner, so I'm just going to go for the goals again. And that's because both teams will keep going. So I'm going for the Alex Classic here with Huddersfield and Newcastle at 3.
Yeah. Now, listen, you are top. Actually, I've got the scoreboard to bring up. You are top and by far. And but I have to say, this match read unders to me. Huddersfield, just 3 goals at home. You know, obviously you've got your reasons for going that, and good on you. But I was leaning towards the unders, and I would have played it if it wasn't 1.62. It is a complete pass for me. Russ, what are you going for? Do you agree there? Goals on the cards from both sides.
You got no idea how this game's going to go. It could be goals, it could be 0-0. Both really, really poor teams, so unreliable. As you say, look, Huddersfield, they beat Fulham at home. And again, the rest, they're not great at all. Newcastle, few half-decent performances, and then obviously they go and put in a woeful performance at home to Wolves. Yes, it's a no play for me. Pass.
Yeah. I feel it is the best play, but Big Man, did you find something?
Of course I did. I'm quite surprised that Russ said they didn't play well against Wolves. I thought they were quite good. They got a red card, 57th minute, and it ended up being a 2-1, and it was a late 2-1. Wolves needed a late goal to grab a win there. I thought they looked pretty good, frankly. I thought it was a nice performance by Newcastle. And look, anytime you're willing to tell me I can get 3.42 and the bet against Huddersfield, you got to be kidding me. I mean, Aaron Moyes out. Stephen Mounier is still suspended. I mean, seriously, look at Huddersfield's rotation without those two. I mean, you're looking at a championship team at best. This is a bad shit side. I'm not saying Newcastle are a lot better, but listen, anytime you can bet against Huddersfield at this price, sign me up.
Big Man must have read those odds and thought Christmas came early. Yeah, Newcastle 3.42. We've got, so Jack L says Huddersfield have been playing well the last few games. And then Cheek the Toasty says Toon, Black and White Army up the northeast. Come on. There we go.
Keep on.
Okay, goals on the cards for Flash and a Newcastle win for Big Man. Spurs versus Burnley now. Tottenham 1.18, draw 8, Burnley 20. Those odds with 10 bets. Special promo code SBR10bet or SBR10bet UK. Links are in the description for more information. Spurs, they're through. Just a surprise there, 1-1 draw for Spurs playing at Barcelona. Very interesting stuff here. But now they can focus on the Premier League, and I think similar there to Man City. Whilst there's a bit of a gap between first and second, you've got Arsenal and the other team nipping, Chelsea nipping at their toes. So it is a must-win. They're hosting Burnley. Question is I found it a little hard to find value. Big question over whether Burnley can score. Russ, I know that both teams just score, and combining it seems to be one of your favourites. What have you got? Can Burnley score?
No. I think we're going to place 1.91 Spurs to win to 0. I think it'll be similar to the pick I played last week. Obviously, Huddersfield. Arsenal had 2 tough games. The North London derby, which they won, then away at Manchester United. Obviously, Spurs, they had home to Southampton, and obviously that win against Barcelona would have taken a hell of a lot out of them. I think it will take them time to get going against Burnley. I was going to play Spurs in the under 3.5, but I can't see Burnley scoring, so I'll just take it Spurs to win to 0. It may be a late goal, it may be an early goal, but I can't see Burnley scoring, and Spurs will see this out.
Yeah, I wondered as well whether it was going to take a little time for them to get going. Highest scoring half being the second at 1.91 is a very strong lean. I don't know whether to make it official yet, but I was thinking whether it was going to be a slow starter. Flash, do you think it's going to be a slow starter? I know they've got a very full squad, Tottenham, but it will have taken a lot out of them going to Camp Nou.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about them being slow starters because they seem to rotate the boys. And we keep mentioning them every week, and they know that they can't slip up. I only see a Tottenham win here, but I'm actually going to pass on the game just because it's just a little bit smelly for me. I mean, I wouldn't go with win to nil because Burnley can always score from a long ball, a free kick, a set piece. I just don't like it. And also, after the games that they've had recently, I'm just wondering if they will just do enough. So for me, it's like just leave the game alone. It's hard enough as it is without getting involved in this one.
Yeah. Ole Miss says, agree with Russ. He knows his stuff, the Spurs to win to nil. But big man, what do you think? What's your play here?
Well, one thing I know is I don't care about his opinion, so I'll give my own. It's a pass for me. I agree with Flash. Listen, I think whenever you go to Barcelona, that's always difficult. I think Tottenham will win, but I just didn't find much here. Pass for me.
Yeah, I know that's the same with me. It all depends on how they take. I think whether it's a sort of an in-play bet as well. See the Spurs team in the first 10 minutes of the game there and see how they take to the pitch. But yeah, keeping that highest scoring half as my lean right now. Watford versus Cardiff. Watford 1.67, draw 3.9, and Cardiff 6. This is another set of poor teams and unreliable, 12th and 14th. On paper, though, Cardiff are feeling better, faring better, shall I say. 3 wins in 5. Watford going through a poor run, but they do have the home advantage. Big man, this is a tough one, I think. What do you like?
I'm going to take a shot with both teams to score in this game. 1.95. I mean, you mentioned Cardiff on a decent run of form right now. I think Watford can find a goal as well. Wouldn't be surprised if this is 1-1. I'll go both teams to score 1.95.
Yeah, that's a big circle for me as well there. I found odds of 2. Cardiff, obviously, they've only scored 3 on the road there, but both have leaky defences. I think Watford, considering their form right now, should let a goal in. I like that one. Over to you, Flash. Is this another Alex classic? Both teams to score in over 2.5 goals?
Yeah, I've got to go with that way because I think Watford will win. I was close to going Watford to win and over 2.5, but I don't get Watford right. Again, this is another one of them games, and I'm just going to copy and paste everything I'm saying because nearly every game, apart from the ones that involve the top 3 or 4, both teams think they can go and get a result. So you've got to look for the goals, and when you've got teams that believe they can win, they're going to play on the front foot. There's no one going to be sitting there thinking we're happy with a draw because we can actually go out. And then when their team goes 1-0 up, the opposing team are not bothered because they know that they're going to be able to score at some stage. But I mean, I need a price for it because I did actually just write Watford at Alex Classic.
I'll bring it up. It should be good. The overs is a single bet is 1.91, and both teams to score is priced 2. A lot agreeing with Big Man Jack L. I agree with Big Man on campus. Agreed. Big Man says Roth, nice price there for both teams to score. Flash just taking that step further. What are you going for, Russ?
I totally agree with the boys. And obviously Cardiff, they're full of confidence. There's 3 wins out of 5. They got this guy Patterson that can play left back, right back, centre back up front, and he keeps scoring for Neil Warnock. He says he would run through a brick wall, so maybe he can do it again and nick another goal. Watford, very impressed with them second half at Everton. Delafeu came on. I thought Deeney played well. I think in centre midfield they were strong, but again defensively they are vulnerable. I'm going to play 1.91 Watford to win and under 4.5. So I'm thinking a 2-1, a 3-1 Watford. Win, and I think Watford can get back to winning ways here.
All right, that under 4.5 goals, very very quickly becoming the Russ Classic. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals is priced 2.5. Flash.
Wow, nice.
Good
price.
Nice, and I will bring
Please.
up the record in a little bit here, but it's actually quite interesting. Flash is like way on top, but his accuracy, if I could say that word correctly, is rather low because he has such high odds here. Your accuracy is 42.9. I have the highest accuracy at 50.4, but Flash is way above me. So there we go. Those
Why
high
am I way
odds.
above you?
Because you're using the high odds, aren't you?
So
even though
I'm getting the value for me.
my bets come in, you've got those high prices that just leapfrog over everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So all agreed here. Goals on the cards. I'm just playing like big man, both teams to score at odds of 2. All right. Wolves versus Bournemouth. Interesting for me, this one. Wolves 2.06, draw 3.5, and Bournemouth 4. Wolves were a team to avoid. The question is, are they still? They're playing here against a Bournemouth side who are not faring well at the moment at all. It's a nice price for Wolves. The question is, should we take it? Should we take it, big man? You're muted.
How do I keep doing that? 3 out of the last 4 games they played Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool in that. So I think that's a bit unfair. They haven't fared great, but that's expected, you know. I think this is a little bit more on their level. I'm actually going to go right back to the well with this one as well. Both teams to score 1.75. I'm confident both can grab a goal. I think they're both on similar playing fields here. Wolves are a very hard team to gauge. Some nights they look great. Some other nights they look poor. I think they could find a goal. Wouldn't be surprised this is 2-1. I'll take even a shot with 1-1. It's been a while since, over the last, let's say, 7 games, Wolves have only not scored in one of those games, which was surprisingly against Huddersfield, which is odd. But yeah, I think we see a pair of goals at least.
Yeah. I know that it's one of the sort of my notes here as well. Just they're just unreliable, and Flash, I'd be interesting to see. Are you playing this game?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, again, it's the Alex Classic. I think you give me 3 or 4 different guesses, and I'll come up with 3 or 4 different answers. I mean, Wolves, I think, will score. I think that Bournemouth will score, and I think that one of them will get a winner. And listen, I wouldn't put a 2-2 or a 3-2. And who's going to win it? I have no clue at all. But I definitely don't see clean sheets for either side.
Okay, all right. Goals on the cards here. Big man going with both teams to score. Russ, are you on the same lines?
This is one of the big plays of the week. I'm going to go with Bournemouth to win. I think Bournemouth have been very, very unlucky recently against, obviously, they've played some of the top teams. They do play great football. They can score. Wolves very inconsistent. And if Wolves play at home the way they did against Huddersfield, Bournemouth can win. I was at the Wolves-Chelsea game, and in the first half, Wolves were really, really poor. And obviously, they were lucky to go in 1-0 down. They had a good 5 minutes in the second half, where they obviously scored 2 quick goals against Chelsea, blew them apart. But after that, obviously, Chelsea didn't come back. So if Bournemouth can play the way they have done, I think 4 is a big price. And you know what? That is tempting. I'm going to play it. Bournemouth to win.
Ooh.
Maybe totally wrong, but I just think this is a week that Bournemouth can put in a big performance. And I say Wolves have been very inconsistent. So if they are again, let's hope it's this weekend.
All right. Sticking for me with the both teams to score here. Cannot call a winner. Unreliable, but listen, it's a nice price there for, and you need a little help there, Russ, on your score sheet. So let's hope that one pulls through for you. Fulham versus West Ham now. West Ham 2.55, Fulham 2.9, draw 3.5. Again, on paper, this is so evenly matched. You can cut it with a knife here. Obviously, Fulham down in 20th, West Ham 11th. But it's Fulham's road form, which is really bad. Home form, they're not too bad. 2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses. 10 scored, 16 conceded. West Ham, it's the same. 2-2-3. 2 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses. So who's going to go for the higher price of the draw? 3.5.
No one.
Goals.
Yeah.
Are you going for the draw, big man?
No, I'm actually. I think if you look at a team to buy on to be West Ham, you look at over the next 5 games. They play nobody Okay, they play Fulham, Watford, Southampton, Burnley, and Brighton. They have a real ability, boys, to get and girls, to get right up in that 6 or 7 spot. This team is playing pretty well. They're scoring goals. They have a real nice schedule coming up here, and Fulham is a nice starter here. Not far away, not a long trip or anything. Give me West Ham and over 2.5 here. I think this is a 3-1 type of match. Give me West Ham and over 2.5, 3.5 as West Ham continues to play well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, they made money for you last week, so continue on that train. Yeah, I had as well both teams to score 1.57. The overs is 1.61. Very nervous about this one. Flash, again, you're going for goals.
Got to go for goals when they can't keep clean sheets. I mean, I see the Ranieri's going to try and get them on the front foot. I certainly see Fulham scoring. Again, gun to my head, I would see West Ham winning. I quite like the 3-1 of Big Man, because if they overcommit Fulham, then West Ham, they're always been strong athletes, but they're now getting a bit. Listen, Declan Rice, he's some play, in the middle of the park. Noble's come back in. He wasn't too clever earlier on in the year, but he seems to be just simplifying it and shifting the ball quickly. So for me, the Alex Classic, and I mean, I look at the game, it's 1.84, not really my price, but I think it's a certainty.
All right, Alex Classic again. A one-trick pony today, Flash, I have to say. It's just like Alex Classic across the board.
At the moment.
Okay. Right. At the moment. All right. Russ, what are you going for?
We're going for over 3.5 goals at 2.7.
Wow.
Fulham Southampton finished 3-2. Obviously, Fulham can score goals, but they're very, very vulnerable. And West Ham, you look how I think they're averaging 3 goals a game in the last 3 or 4 games, so they can score. London derby, just plenty of goals. I don't care who scores, but I just think there'll be loads of them.
A goal fest, fantastic stuff.
The goal fest at the cottage.
Goals flying everywhere. Wonderful. Yeah, same for me. Both teams to score over 2.5 goals. Let's hope for a very fun and entertaining game there.
I got to tell you guys.
Okay, Brighton versus Chelsea. Chelsea 1.45 draw, 4.55, and Brighton 9. This is a clip over. We have another YouTube channel called Bookmakers Review. It is in development. And for that reason, I must now say again those odds with 10 bets. For new signups, please head on over to 10bet and tap in the code SBR10bet or SBR10bet UK. Must win for Chelsea there, 1.45. I'm doing an ACCA show with Alex. I'll be wondering if he's going to put that in his ACCA bet. Anyone think that Brighton can get anything out of this?
No.
Not really.
Silence.
No.
Tumbleweed rolls. Okay. No win for Brighton. Who thinks Chelsea will win?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm on Chelsea.
Okay. All right. Start us off for us. What do you like?
Chelsea to win under 3.5 at 2.15. Obviously, Chelsea play tomorrow in the Europa League. Obviously, they're going to rest a hell of a lot of players. But there's only a short break. And look, they need to follow up that win over Manchester City. I think they will. I think they'll learn from the loss at Wolves. Obviously, when they do get ahead, obviously they'll control the game a lot better than they did. And obviously, Sarri will make sure that they keep going to the full 90 minutes. Unlike they did at Molineux. Brighton, they're doing okay. No great shakes in front of goal at the minute. Glenn Murray's goals have dried up. Yeah. Defensively, they're pretty solid, but I think Chelsea can get the job done here. For me, I don't see too many goals. So, Chelsea and under 3.5.
Yeah, I agree with you there on that one as well. Chelsea, obviously, third best defence in the league. They should keep this game somewhat tight. Big Man, what do you like in here? You obviously like Chelsea. Did you find value?
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with Ross. I think that's the right play. I was hoping I could maybe just even jump up and get the 4.5, but I think 3.5 will be enough here. You're still getting a plus money price. I don't think there's much more needs to be said. What I will quickly point out, though, is that I'm surprised the rest of the group here doesn't like West Ham to beat Fulham. I was blown away by that. They're playing great right now. I know they've had some issues at times keeping goals out, but how can you not like Fulham to win or to lose? I'm blown away. They never win. But yeah, as far as this game, I'm gonna agree wholeheartedly with our friend Russ here.
Okay, so Chelsea win and the under 3.5. Funnily enough, Barry W says, we are due a shock in the Premier League. Brighton win. I had a funny feeling about this game. I don't know. But again, it's hard to back against a team like Chelsea. So Chelsea win in the under 3.5. Under 4.5 goals is 1.73 for those that may be interested. What are you going for, Flash?
I'm going to make it full house.
Classic.
I'm going for Chelsea in under 3.5 at 2.15. I just see this basically being maybe a tight game, Chelsea getting one up, and then maybe just putting it to bed. I was close to going Chelsea -1, but I just thought that Chelsea in under 3.5 at 2.15 was odds against, so that was good enough for me.
Yeah. If you had to pick a correct score, Flash, what would it be?
3-0.
3-0. Interesting. Yeah. I'm looking Chelsea win and the under 4.5 goals. I took it a little step further there, 1.73. What are you smiling about, Russ?
You taking my clip. I'm doing the under 4.5.
Yeah, exactly. Going for the Russ Classic, the under Chelsea win and the under 4.5 goals, 1.73. All right, two more matches to get to, and I feel this the best, saving the best two till last. Yeah. Saints versus Arsenal. Arsenal 1.95, draw 3.9. Saints 4 odds with 10 bet. Links are in the description box for new sign-ups. If you need any help, let me know on Twitter. Obviously, a great fan, Russ, to be an Arsenal fan. Sort of pretty much undefeated since the start of the season. I think when they lost, it was lost their two openers back to back. But since then, they have been on a mighty run. Very surprised to see the price of 1.95. It's reminding me a little bit about that Dortmund price that I found was too good to be true. Ka-ching, we cashed. I am going to start with Flash on this one, though. Like Watford, Saints have always burned you. Are you going to go back in for another beating?
No, not with Southampton to win. I mean, the best way that I could look at this game was a little bit like the Fulham West Ham game. I'm going Southampton and Arsenal, both teams to score over 2.5. Southampton normally do okay against Arsenal. I'd say that Arsenal are pretty stronger than when they went there last year, and I think it was Giroud used to have the Indian sign over Saints. I think Saints will score. I think that you could say that Arsenal to win and over 2.5, but I don't see either side keeping a clean sheet. Southampton are defending like 10-year-olds at the moment, so but I don't see Arsenal keeping a clean sheet either. So it's the Alex Classic at 1.84.
Yeah, Arsenal, it's often a good bet that both teams to score when Arsenal play. Russ, what are you going to go for in this game? Do you think are you going to be at the game? No, you're not going to be at the game, are you? So you're at Arsenal. What are you going for?
Flash, I thought you'd mention it. Obviously, this is the first game that Southampton would have played officially with their new manager. So I'm really nervous for Arsenal here. Obviously, I'm not going to back Southampton, but obviously, they were 2-0 up at home to Manchester United, and if they come out all guns blazing, obviously Arsenal have got a game tomorrow in the Europa League. Defensively, with Mustafi and Holding and Socrates all out, whether it's Koscielny or Monreal or Liechtensteiner, Southampton can get ahead and even close it out, which is obviously a big worry. But obviously, in terms of the class, yeah, obviously Arsenal are a better team. And Southampton haven't won at home this season, but it's that new manager curse that, as an Arsenal fan, I'm quite nervous. I'm actually going to play the half-time draw at 2.38. Arsenal haven't led at half-time. And again, if Arsenal can see this out as a draw at half-time, then I think they can go on and win. But yeah, it'll be a nervous afternoon, I think. I wouldn't be confident of Arsenal to definitely win.
Coming from the Arsenal fan there, interesting. Big man, you were on, me, Alex, and yourself were on the Dortmund train. It won. It was a very nice price. Does this remind you of the Dortmund win? Are you going to play it? We got you muted again.
I think I'm sick, so I'm not trying to cough into the mic and stuff, so I keep it on mute. Yeah, look, for me, this is the banker of the week. Okay, I mean, Southampton, I think, are the worst team in this league. I mean that they're that bad. They're horrendous. They're hideous. They're awful. They're every other adjective to describe bad in the dictionary. Whether you're English or from the United States, wherever you're from, you speak Albanian, Chinese, or Chilean, or whatever they speak in Chile, which is Spanish. It shouldn't matter. Southampton stink. They're awful. The fact that Arsenal has some defensive problems, I know. Koscielny though can play. Monreal can play. Hey, maybe we'll even see Carl Jenkinson. Maybe he'll play. He's even a guy that can play well in this kind of game. Arsenal win. They win easily. 1.95. Listen to overthink this stuff, people. Southampton's won one game this year. One.
New
I don't know
manager
what
though.
else to say.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a fuck if they have a new manager. I couldn't care if Sir Alex Ferguson was the manager of Southampton. It wouldn't matter to me. Give him, whoever. Doesn't matter.
Big man getting it off his chest there and describing why he is going for that Arsenal win. Arsenal win for me at 1.95. I think you've got to take it. I do hear what you say there, Russ, but I got to take it. 1.95.
I have to be honest.
I do like the both teams.
It.
Does anybody know what the price is just for the straight both teams to score bets? It's probably going to be low, isn't it?
Oh, it'd be like
1.55
or something, I would guess.
Yeah, low. All right.
That's a bit high for
Drum
you,
roll. Bringing us to Russ is getting excited because it's the last game and he can be off to join his mates for a drink. I'm excited.
It's the game of the weekend,
Liverpool versus Manchester United. Liverpool 1.6, draw 4.3, Manchester United 6.5. Those odds are with 10bet. Yes, they are. New sign-ups, SBR 10bet or SBR 10bet UK. Links are in the description box. I just don't even know where to begin on this one. Liverpool, obviously in such fantastic form this season, top of the league. They score, they defend, playing a very average Manchester United side, which, quite frankly, I don't even think they're not ending up in the top 6. They're not bad up front, Manchester United. They do concede. It is a tough one. Big man, start us off in this game.
Well, I'm kind of up in the air trying to find value in this one. I mean, I'm looking over some things. I'm thinking maybe Liverpool and over 1.5, but I'm sure that's very low.
No, it's not.
You know what?
It's not. It's like I was looking at that one too. It's actually surprisingly not too bad. I didn't write the odds down, but it's surprisingly not. I think it's like 1.7 or something.
That's going to be what I'm going to go with here. I think this could very well be 2-1. Could be 2-0 though too. So I'm a bit concerned on maybe just taking the over 2.5 with Liverpool. I'm going to go Liverpool and over 1.5. I can get 1.85. Yeah, 1.85. I'm going to rock with that. I like that.
Yeah, Liverpool. They're the only team undefeated in the Premier League. They've conceded just one goal at home. It is questionable to me whether even Manchester United can score on this one. Flash, are you going for the classic on this one?
No, I'm not. I'm going Man United double chance at 2.4. And the reason I am is because this is always the biggest game for Man United and Man United fans. It's bigger than the Man United Man City. These two sides go back years and years and years, and everything goes out of the window. It's almost like your Everton Liverpool game, when Everton obviously they played so much better. They got done in the 95th minute. The value is without doubt in this game. Man United double chance 2.4. I expect Mourinho to be very, very negative. Try and take the sting out of the game. This could be 0-0. I wouldn't put anyone off betting the draw and cashing out with 20 minutes to go, something like that, because it'll be a lot. You'll make money on that, I guess. But I'm definitely happy with Man United double chance at 2.4.
Yeah. They met, what was it, the July Community Shield. Liverpool won 4-1.
Yeah, it's Community Shield, though. No, that's nothing. I tell you how weird this game is. If this was Manchester United versus Liverpool, I would be all over Liverpool because it's Man United would have to go and force the game because they're at home. It's the opposite. Liverpool are at home. The onus is on them, and I don't think they're going to find it easy to break them down. So for me, the double chance at 2.4.
Really? And you do, obviously, Liverpool with their unbeaten record, they won't want to give that up to Manchester United, though. You know, if anything, they'll be happy with the draw, but a loss is.
But the draw's decent, isn't it? The draw is exactly what I've just said. Man United double chance at 2.4.
Interesting. Okay, what do you like here, Russ?
Flash and I were just talking before. I'm on the draw at 4.3. Liverpool-Everton. Everton played really well. They're so unlucky not to get that draw, just to the crazy crossbar incident where obviously Pickford got the wrong end of it and David Origi scored. I think United can put in a performance here. And obviously Liverpool have had tough game after game after game. Obviously Napoli, they were obviously forced for Edison to save that 91st minute shot from, I think, Milik, which was obviously got them through. I think this is just going to be the game too far where I'm not going to take the double chance. I'm just going to play the draw, whether it's 0-0 or 1-1 or even a Desmond 2-2. I'm on the draw this one.
Okay. I've got so much invested in this that I'm leaving it well alone. But I'm stuck for words, which doesn't happen rare. But listen, let's wait and see. All right, those are the 10 games that we have wrapped up here for this weekend's Premier League matches. And as always, I'm going to get the team just to run down. We'll add it to our record, which I'm going to bring up in a minute. All right, who wants to start first?
I'll go now.
I'll do it.
Okay, I think I always ask Big Man. Don't I always ask you, and then you always ask me. So I can go for someone different. Go on.
Well, seeing as Russ is here, ask Russ.
Start us off.
You want me to do? Okay, let's go. Man City, Everton, 2.6. Man City to win, both teams to score. Palace, Leicester, we're leaving. Huddersfield, Newcastle,
you were going
we're
for
leaving.
Leicester draw no bet.
Sorry, tell a lie. Yeah, Leicester 2.07 draw no bet. Just had that sneak. Yeah, Huddersfield, Newcastle, we're leaving. Tottenham, Burnley, Tottenham to win to nil, 1.91. Watford v Cardiff, 1.91. Watford and under 4.5. Wolves, Bournemouth, we're going for Bournemouth at 4.04. Fulham, West Ham, we're going for over 3.5 goals at 2.7. Brighton, Chelsea, it's Chelsea and under 3.5 at 2.15. Southampton, Arsenal, it's a half-time draw at 2.38. And Liverpool, Manchester United draw at 4.3. The banker is Chelsea and under 3.5. The ACCA is Watford and under 4.5 and Leicester draw no bet.
Okay. All right. Flash, over to you.
Okay, well, I've got 6 Alex Classics. Fulham, 1.84. Palace, 2.75. Huddersfield at 3. Wolves, 2.25. Southampton, 1.84. And Watford, 2.5. They're all Alex Classics, okay, which is both teams to score and over 2.5. Then I've got Manchester United, double chance at 2.4. And Chelsea to win and under 3.5 at 2.15. My banker, is Palace and Leicester, Alex Classic, both teams to score over 2.5 at 2.75. And my parlay is Fulham, Alex Classic at 1.84, and Southampton and Arsenal, Alex Classic, 1.84.
All right, there we go. A lot of both teams to score over 2.5 goals bets from Flash there. Nice to see you chatting on here. Flash is under Gordon Watson. So that is Flash. If you want to chat with Flash quickly before we finish. There he is on chat for the first time. Big Man, what have you got for us?
Yeah, well, we talk enough to him here. I don't think we need to keep chatting with him on the chat.
Not you. Not you.
No, I'm kidding. Hey, Flash.
Yeah, you settle yourself down.
When we do
Sick
it in the morning,
man.
all right? We'd like to see you in there, all right? 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Where's that?
All right, I'm on Everton +2, 1.9. Leicester 2.9 against Palace. Newcastle 3.42. Watford and whoever Watford plays, both teams to score. I forget.
Cardiff.
Yep,
Cardiff.
Cardiff. There you go. Wolves, Bournemouth, both teams to score. West Ham and over 2.5, 3.5. Chelsea and the under 3.5 at 2.15. Arsenal 1.9 against Southampton. And Liverpool and over 1.5 at 1.85. My banker is Arsenal to beat Southampton. My two-team parlay is West Ham and over 2.5 and Chelsea and under 3.5.
Oh, Barry W. Gordon Watson, Southampton suck. I think he knows. Just going through. But thank you for pointing that out. I'm sure Flash is loving that comment. All right, I'm going for Man City -2 on the Asian handicap, 2.05. Time for them to bounce back, flex their scoring muscles, and show everyone who's boss. Leicester draw no bet at 2.07. Strong lean on the highest scoring half. Spurs versus Burnley 1.91, but leaving it. Both teams to score. Watford versus Cardiff. Wolves versus Bournemouth. Both teams to score. Fulham versus West Ham. Both teams to score in the over 2.5 goals at 1.84. Chelsea win and the under 4.5 goals at 1.73. Arsenal win banker 1.95. I found. Shop around for your odds. 10-bet. And Liverpool, Manchester United, I will be watching that one. My banker obviously said Arsenal, and I'm going to go for the both teams to score bets. Wolves, Bournemouth, Fulham, West Ham. It is both teams to score. Parlay. There we go, boys. It is finished. Next week is in the bag. Tomorrow, look out for the Football League show. These boys are killing it. It's definitely one to watch. And again, we'll be back for the Best Bet show at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Hope to see you all there. Best of luck with your bets. And of course, Flash, Russ, and Big Ban, thank you very much once again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Natalie.
Cheers, Nat.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Ta-ra, lads. Enjoy.
Cheers, big man. Cheers, Flash.
All right, guys.
Bye,
See you,
Nat.
Take
boys.
it easy.
See you in the
Take it easy,
morning,
get
big
ready,
man.
Get well, big man. Get well
Thank you.
soon.
See you
Yeah,
guys.
big man. Take it
Bye-bye.
easy. Take it easy, big man.
See you guys.